अस्सलाम वालेकुम। वेलकम बैक टू न्यू वीडियो। और आज की वीडियो में हम बात करेंगे कि किस तरह के स्टूडेंट्स जो हैं वो यहाँ पे पढ़ने के लिए आते हैं, और उसके अलावा इन जनरल व्हाई समवन डिसाइड टू स्टडी अब्रॉड स्पेसिफिकली इन ऑस्ट्रेलिया। इफ यू आर इंटरेस्टेड टू नो दैट, keep watching the video. So there are so many reasons why someone would move to USA, Canada, Australia, or even UK to do their bachelor's and master's. Today we will talk about 5 general reasons that I have seen by living in Australia as a student for past 4 years. Reason number 1 is that you get more options to choose from and you get a better quality of education as compared to Pakistan, India, or even Nepal or Bangladesh. I have studied in Pakistan and I know that you get more practical and less theory in Australia, while in Pakistan they focus more on theory and less on practical. Reason number 2, exposure. So once you move to USA, Canada, Australia, or UK, any Western country, you get to make friends from all over the world. Your classmates could be from China, from Nepal, from Bangladesh, from India, from Pakistan. I made my very first Indian friend in Australia. He was one of my classmates. I also one Nepali friend who's also from my college. The teachers could also be from any part of the world, so you get a mix of all cultures. You get to experience different kind of people, different thought process, different ideologies, and that give you ideas to work on. And overall, you get to think from a new perspective. So the third reason is that more opportunity of employment. Once you study overseas in any English country, you get more job opportunities as compared to studying the same course back in Pakistan or India, because you will get preference if you will study in any English country. So at number 4 is global work experience. Once you get a job here and you work for at least 2-3 years, you will get good quality of work experience that will get you preference in emerging world markets like India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, even Middle East. And last but not the least, at number 5 is immigration opportunities. So once you decide to move abroad to study, and you study there for a couple of years, you get a job, you work there for 2-3 years, and then you decide that, oh, I really like this country, I like the people here, I like the atmosphere here, and I would love to move here and live here permanently. You will get the option to move here permanently. That is immigration for you, and your immigration journey will be smoother than anyone else working back in India or in Pakistan. Now we will talk about the type of students who come here to do their bachelor's, do their master's. So at type 1, there are the students who really want to study and make a good career for themselves. Most of the times they are the ones who would do a lot of research before they apply in a specific course in a specific country. They will set a goal for themselves and then they will do research about it, that how they can achieve that goal. So once they move abroad, they only focus on their studies, and once they are done with their studies, they will go to get a job in their field and they will try to work only in their field so they can gain more work experience and they can get more opportunities in their field. So once they move here, their main goal is to focus on their studies. They do work part-time to afford their expenses. They always make sure that their studies are not getting any effects from their part-time jobs. And once they are done with their studies, they would focus to get a job in their own field. They won't go for any other jobs, like they won't really do any odd jobs in their post-study work permit. They will be only focusing to get a job in their field, and then after gaining some experience, so they will strive to get better opportunities in their workplace. Then there's another type of students who don't really know what they really want to achieve in their lives. So they will listen to agents, they will listen to their peers, they will get convinced to do short courses, to do trade courses, or any course that will help them to make more money, to get immigration as quick as they can. And even if they don't really want to study that, or even if they are not really excited about studying that course, so what happens with them is that they don't really enjoy while they are studying, and if they are not really interested in that field, sometimes they barely pass, or sometimes it gets really hard for them to even pass their subjects, and they do retakes for different subjects. Then there are some students who would only be focusing on making as much money as they can. They will be doing odd jobs all the time. They will be doing work more than 24 hours. That is the limit, which is the work limit here in Australia. So what happens with them is that they can't really study, so their studies suffer. but whatever money they make, they spend that money in fees to do retakes and retakes. And in the end, once they are done with their studies, they only focus on earning more money, because there's more money in odd jobs. So they will keep doing odd jobs instead of finding a good job in their own field. And by the end of their post-study work visa, they won't really have any work experience in their own field. And in the end, these kind of students always struggle with getting immigration or earning more money. So they either have to move back with no work experience, or they keep applying for different kind of visas. Some of them again apply for another student visas, and the cycle goes on and on and on. And at the end, there is a third type of students, what I have seen from my experience. They are the students who really want to study, who really want to make a career for themselves, but they also want to make more and more money while they are studying, and they listen to their peers and they do odd jobs more than the work limitation. So what happens with them? They also get carried away with their work and their studies get suffer. So even if they make more money, sometimes they fail in their subjects and they have to do retakes. So the whatever money they earn from doing more work, that money will go to the fees. And at the end, these kind of students, sometimes they manage to complete their studies with somewhat good grades, and they might get a job in their field, and they get somewhat a good work experience in their field. They might get the opportunity to get the immigration, or even if they decide to move back to their home country or to apply to another country, they might get the jobs. So they are the ones who sometimes stay in the middle. Sometimes they get the chance to make a good career. Sometimes they get the chance to make more money. But their life get really hard because they are always worrying about working and managing their studies. So the life really get hard for them. Lastly, I will end this video with my opinion. What I think about living here for 4 years is that you will get whatever you want or whatever you work for. So if your goal is to study, just please come here and just focus on your studies while you are on a student visa. You will get the chance to earn more money between the semester breaks and the summer break. Sometimes that money should be enough to afford your fee if you want to pay your own fees here. You might won't be able to save money, but you can easily afford your fees or your living expense by working in those breaks. So you can focus on your studies while your course is going on. Once you are on a semester break or in summer break, you can make money. And once you are done with your studies and now you are on work permit, it's always easy to get carried away and go for jobs like Uber, taxi, or security, where you can make more money than a full 9 to 5 job in your own field. But that security, that Uber, those jobs won't be able to give you a good work experience, and you won't be able to into different countries, or you won't be able to get a good job back in your home country by doing taxi or Uber or security or any construction work here, unless you studied a construction course. So my advice to you would be that only focus on your studies while you are on a student visa. Once you get on work permit visa, please try to get a job in your own field so you can get a good work experience that will help you make your career, and that will give you a chance to make more money with time. तो आज की वीडियो के लिए बस यही, और मिलते हैं एक नई वीडियो में एक नई टॉपिक के साथ. तब तक के लिए मुझे दीजिए इजाजत. अल्लाह हाफिज. बाय बाय.